About a month ago, James Gunn and Peter Safran were named the new co-CEOs of DC Studios. And recent leaks and rumours on Twitter and other news outlets seem to suggest the two of them are planning on rebooting the DC universe, with the most widely reported aspect of this being that the planned Wonder Woman 3 movie has been cancelled, along with rumours such as Jason Momoa no longer playing Aquaman and other less reported leaks. Now today, I don't want to talk about these leaks themselves, as there are plenty of other places they're going to do that. Today, I want to talk about what this means for the DC Films franchise as a whole, mainly about how this looks to be the final days of anything Snyder related. Now, what I've just said about the potential end of anything Snyder related is something that creates a big split in reactions from DC fans. Within the DC fandom, there is two main categories when it comes to the Snyder films. Those fans that love the films and those fans that hate the films. I myself fall into the latter category. The Snyder films were filled with a bunch of weird ideas and stuff that in my opinion really didn't represent the characters well, and more or less just came off as an edgy fanfiction of these DC heroes. Things like Pa Kent suggesting to a 10-year-old Superman that he should have let a bus full of kids die rather than risk exposing his own identity, killing off Dick Grayson, yes that was confirmed by Zack Snyder to be Dick Grayson's costume and not Jason Todd's, Batman killing people, Jesse Eisenberg Lex Luthor, the decision to kill off Pa Kent so Superman spends more time with Jor-El instead, all of the Superman Christ imagery, and Barry Allen. Like seriously, who is this person? He acts nothing like Barry. But this aside, I don't really want to get bogged down just by ranting about the Snyder films. While the end of these movies' timeline is a positive thing to me, I get that other people will be saddened by this news. Instead, I want to talk more about the potential new DC universe we could be getting, and the pros and cons that come with that. The main positive thing that I've said previously is getting rid of the Snyder Verse baggage. But along with this, a reset will get rid of the weird phase DC films went through, where there was seemingly no overarching plan, and instead Warner Brothers would just throw everything they could at a wall and see what would stick. To me, this era is from Aquaman 2018 to the most recent Black Adam film, and I guess it includes the upcoming 2023 films. While there were some things that I liked about this era, such as Shazam, Aquaman, the 2021 Suicide Squad, I also did enjoy Black Adam, and most of all, The Batman. Seriously, I think that movie is one of the best superhero films ever made. The lack of overarching connecting plot was something I didn't like. On top of this, the decision to just ignore Superman is by far the worst part of this era for me. And with that said, let's talk about some of the downsides of this potential reboot. The biggest downside, in my opinion, has to be the recasts. While some of these recasts are things that I would like, such as Lex Luthor or Flash, and to a lesser extent Ben Affleck's Batman, getting rid of Gal Gadot, Jason Momoa, Margot Robbie, Zachary Levi, and most importantly Henry Cavill is a major shame to me. Specifically Henry Cavill. While I was personally never a big fan of how Henry Cavill's Superman was written in the Snyder films, I've always loved him as Superman. Seeing his return in Black Adam was super hype for me, and the talk of a Man of Steel sequel with a lighthearted tone really excited me. Specifically, being able to see how passionate Henry Cavill himself was about this lighter tone sequel was something I was super appreciative of. And seeing that this potential triumphant return could be cancelled before he even gets a chance to start is something that's really saddening to see. This then leaves us with the question of what James Gunn and Peter Safran will keep, and to me there's one obvious thing: the Batman. The Batman was a success, but most importantly, it was a really well-made quality film. And I think that's something that's really, really important if you want to get general audiences to keep coming back to your movies. And I don't see this potential Matt Reeves verse or trilogy going anywhere anytime soon. This, however, leaves us with the question of if the Batman will become the new starting point of the DCU. And I personally think the answer to this question is yes. I don't think James and Peter would be going to all this effort for a potential reboot if it wasn't with the intentions of creating an overarching universe to the likes of the MCU. If they were content with making disjointed films that were all relatively exclusive to themselves, I don't think they would bother spending time with a reboot. I also do say that I think everyone should take these leaks with a grain of salt. None of these things have been confirmed yet, and personally the only one I'm taking as factual is the cancellation of Wonder Woman 3, purely due to just how much that story has been reported on. James Gunn himself has come out and addressed these rumours, saying that some of them are true and some of them aren't. Now, like I said before, most of this news is something that excites me. I thought that the DCU needed to do a reboot since like 2019, but let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Do you hate me because I don't like the Snyder films? Let me know in the comments below. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.